I was young once upon a time, just like you. Once upon a time I also had hair. Lakini hata ule alikuwa hapa Faisal, we know even him, his hair issues are starting to disappear. Wale wanataka kuwa Jordan ama bald kama mimi kipara, that's a life choice. Okay? But I want to talk to you today a little bit about something that I do a lot. Lakini kwanza kabla sijaanza kuongea, I want you to pick a partner. Yani uchague mtu yule ako karibu na wewe, and I want 2 by 2 tamam. Vile Nuh aliingia kwa ark. Pick a partner, and once you have a partner, say, I have a partner. I have a partner. You have a partner. Kila mtu ako na mwenzake. Okay, I want you to turn and look at your partner for 1 minute. Muangaliane. Look at each other for 1 minute. And don't break the look. Wengine hapa they are shy, sijui sijui sasa huyu ananiangalia vibaya. Muangaliane ala. Yeah, look at each other for 1 minute. It's very important. Huyu anaangalia wapi huyu jamaa? Hapo, look at each other. Aya, 30 more seconds. Aya, 10 more seconds. Mashallah, very good. Now, ningependa mufikirie 3 things. Think about 3 things that you think about your partner. Lakini usimwambie. Okay? Simuangaliana. I want you to look at your partner and say, put in your mind 3 things that you can think about that person. Okay? Mukonazo. Why have I asked you to do this exercise? The reason I have asked you to do this exercise ni kwa sababu sana shuleni tunafundishwa mambo ya kusoma, kujua mambo ya vitabu, science, mathematics, English, different skills, si ndio? Lakini ukiingia kazini, ukienda kutembelea watu, when you go and visit people, when you go into the different areas of life, people will also be looking at you. People will also be judging you. People will also be thinking about you. And once people start thinking about you, they decide things. Mtu anaweza kukuangalia hivi aseme, huyu jamaa naweza kumtrust. Kwanza huyu ni jamaa wa Arsenal huyu. Mtu fake. Huyu na hii shati yake yellow. Simuelewi. You know, everybody has thoughts, ndio? And you know, whatever goes into someone's head about you, that becomes their reality. Okay? Hata kama see the truth, because people judge each other by what they see, by what they hear. Nikikuona hivi, naanza kufikiria, ujamaa mbona ananiangalia hivyo? Wacha ni hepe. Ama, mashallah, this is a nice guy. Wacha nimkaribie, wacha tujuane. You know? So you have to pay attention to the fact that, hata kama wewe ni wewe, kuna watu watakuwa wanakuangalia. There'll be people who will be watching you, people who will be responding to what you're giving out. And that is what I want to talk to you about today. Image. Tuseme pamoja? Image. One more time? Image. What is an image? Sasa hiyo ni swali. I want to ask someone to volunteer. Tell me what the word image means, kama umewahi kuisikia before. Image ni nini? Usipo volunteer mimi nitakuchagua tu. So you can look away, I'll still look at you. What is an image? Nikisema image, what am I talking about? A picture. Perfect. A picture, I hear someone else? Na? Sorry? Something that has an effect on you. Very good. A picture, something that has an effect on you. One more person. Like a shadow of an object. Very good. So, a vision representation of something. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has blessed us with 5 senses. Munakumbuka 5 senses ama hiyo ilikuwa ni story ya standard 1 ama standard 2 sijui lini. 5 senses. Sense ya kwanza ni touch, taste, smell, seeing and hearing. Sindio? That's how we engage with our environment. Binadamu akitaka kujua hali yake ya environment anatumia his 5 senses. So when someone meets you for the first time, is he going to start thinking things before he uses his 5 senses? Hapana, lazima akuone, akusikie, akunuse. Okay, he won't taste you because that would be very strange. Yeah? But they will see you, they will hear you, they will smell you. Yeah? And they might even shake your hand. Sindio? So how you behave will have an impact on how people take you. Si mulikuwa na partners in the beginning? Yeah? You've already created some image in your head about this person. Sindio? Mukitoka hapa, ile image mulikuwa nayo ya huyo mwenzako, sitakuwa wapi? Hapa. So even me, when I'm here looking at you guys, I'm looking around, I'm already deciding. Kwa kichwa yangu naona huyu ni mtu wa ball, nisha decide. Wewe ni mtu wa ball? Si mtu wa ball? What sports do you? Wewe ni mtu wa ball? Yeah, you see? Just because nimemwona vile he's dressed, ni mtu anakaa sporty kiasi, si ndio? So I've already created what? An image in my head. Now I want you to do an exercise for me. I want you to think of, I asked you to think of 3 things you think of your partner. Now I want you to think of 3 things that other people think about you. I'll ask for a volunteer. I'll ask for 2 volunteers actually. 3 things that you think other people think about you. Kama mimi, tuanze na mimi. Mimi, I think people think mimi niko na story mob. Kazi yangu ni kuongea sana. I also think okay, kitambi haijakuja, but I wish I could lose a bit more weight. And I wish I wasn't an Arsenal fan. Because timu yangu iko chini. Yeah? So what 3 things do you think about yourself that other people think about you? Wajua kwa nini hiyo ni muhimu? Kwa sababu tukiingia mahali fulani, whenever we go into a space, people will judge us. Sindio? Kama ni your mom, kama ni your sister, kama ni your bro, kama ni wenzako, kama ni your teachers, people will judge you. And if they judge you in a wrong way, what will happen? What will happen? What will happen if someone judges you in a wrong way? Akikuona hivi anasema, wewe amekuja kuniibia. Huyu, namshuku. Will you be able to do anything with that person? Will you be able to be friends with that person? Will you be able to get something to do with them? You can't, sindio? So the way you carry yourself, the image that you project is something very, very important, okay? Now, one thing that having a good image does, inavutia watu. Sindio? Inavutia watu. If you look clean, if you speak nicely, if you smell nice, kama unakaa, yani umejiangalia, what do you think will happen? People will want to be around you. Lakini imagine, tuseme, sijui kama ninaweza fanya hiyo saizi, lakini nilikuwa natembea hivi, tuseme nilikuwa ni hivi. Imagine tulikuwa tunaongea hivi mazee. Sinakaa poa. Sikai poa. Nyinyi ni my haters. Mimi nimekuja kuongea story ya image na nyinyi mwasema munitambui. Sinakaa poa. Sikai poa. What do you think of me right now? Nikiwa hivi? Ati drunk, Mtu mwingine anasema drunk, immature. Ati? Immature, addicted to drugs. What else? Shaggy, confused, mad, si ndio? Mimi nakaa mtu nimechizi, Hopeless. Imagine, I'm still the same guy, si ndio? I'm still the same guy who came here and I was talking to you. Lakini sasa, you've already decided. Umesikia hizo vitu mumeniita. Hopeless, mad, sijui amechizi, sijui amevuta bangi, sijui nini. Just by the way I look, si ndio? And that's what happens. If you don't look the part, if you don't dress well, if you don't carry yourself well, unajiachilia tu mazee wasinilete. Mimi ni mtu najielewa. Mimi niko poa, hata kama nikitaka kuvaa shati nje nitavaa. If you roll like that, people will judge you. And it's even worse when you become, the older you become, na unatafuta job, ama unataka kuingia shule poa, the way you present yourself to your teachers, to your parents, to other fellow parents, they create judgments about you in their minds. And that is what image is about. It is not just what I see when I see you for the first time. It is what happens when I see you, alafu baadaye nikitoka, nikienda zangu, nianze kufikiria, huyo jamaa, kulikuwa na kitu fulani, haikuwa inanibamba juu yake. It's that thought that comes after. There's a first impression and a last impression. Let's say that together. First impression, last impression. First impression is what? First impression ni? The image, the first time nikikuona, si ndio? Nikikuona for the first time, nikikucheki. Na kuangalia, I start to decide certain things about you, si ndio? Lakini nikitoka, ama wewe uishie, when you're not there, still there are some things which are left in my head. Because the first time you see me, utafikiria, huyu jamaa amechizi, ama huyu jamaa, he looks like a nice guy. But then when I start talking, kuna kitu ingine inachangia, si ndio? So also pay attention to how are you talking. How do you talk to people? Are you talking to them so that you can leave a nice impression in their heads? Ama you're just talking to them, ndio uongee tu because umeongea, Mwenyezi Mungu amekupatia vocal cords, uongee tu for the sake of it. Yeah? Because people then decide whether they want to work with you or not. Whether they want to be your friend or not. Whether they can trust you or not. In fact, wacha tuanze na hiyo neno inaitwa trust. Nani amewahi sikia hiyo jina? Hiyo neno, trust. What does trust mean? What does trust mean? Being honest with them, si ndio? What else? What does it mean for someone to trust you? When you look at yourself, vile umevaa, vile umeketi, vile uko, can someone trust you? Is it possible to look honest? Sometimes. Si ndio? Because the way you look will be the first impression. Alafu, the way you behave, the way you act, the way you talk, the way you are, it will create now what you call the last impression. So the first impression ni muhimu sana. Mtu atakuangalia and then they start deciding, do I want to be with this person or don't I want to be with this person? Lakini, as you start to talk, as you start to behave, as you start to say things, someone will start to say, na vile alianza, si vile anaenda. This one is now becoming someone different. And when you become someone different, unakuwa mtu kigeugeu, si ndio? Do you want to deal with someone who's like this today and then like that tomorrow? Wewe ni mtu fake, si ndio? So if you're like this today, you have to be like this all the time. Because if you deal with me like this, alafu you deal with me the way I was with my belt everywhere and whatever, you'll think, who am I dealing with? Sindio? So you have to be consistent. Sawa? I don't know if any of you are old enough to have kinyozi for a long time. Kuna mtu wako na kinyozi yule anamtrust kabisa? Kinyozi, baba. Huh? How long have you been with your kinyozi for? Huh? Kinyozi wako, nani anakushave? Ama wewe unajishave? Ama ni... Huh? 1.5 years. Kwani there's no other person who can shave your head? Why do you go to that one kinyozi? Why? He shaves well. Kwani other people can't shave well? Oh, wengine wanasugua sana. Yeye anaelewa kichwa yako. Amekuzoea. Someone else? So he says that he's been with his kinyozi for 1.5 years. Someone else? Kwanza nataka kuongea, wachana na wase wa Afro, hawaendi kinyozi. Jamaa, Fila, how long have you been with your kinyozi? 4 years. Umesikia hiyo? 4 years. Why do you keep going with to that guy? Ananyoa vizuri. Ndio swali nilimuuliza huyu. Kwani hakuna wengine wanajua kunyoa? Kwani amekuingiza box aje? How come your kinyozi has managed to ingiza you box like that? What is it about that guy that makes him do a good job? Niyo trust, sindio? Remember we talked about trust? Because the first time you went to the kinyozi, labda vile alikuwa anasema, hasugui sana, so he knows how to take care of your head. Hutoki yuko na bumps. When you sit and you tell him, I want this style, yende hivi, he knows what he is doing. So you go to him the second time, he does it the same way. The third time, the same. The fourth time, the same. Na ni hivo. Until there are sometimes, hakuna haja ya kumwambia ati, ebu nifanye hivi, hapana. Wewe unakaa tu unangoje. Because you trust him, sindio? That's what having a good image does. When you have a good image, it becomes very easy kuingiza watu box. Are we together? Ama that one ilipita. It becomes very easy to get people to trust you. Why is it important for people to trust you? Why? Is trust an important thing?
Yes.
Why?
I think through trust you get opportunities.
Perfect. Through trust you get, let's say it together. Through trust you get opportunities. If people can't trust you, they won't allow you to do anything. Mtu hawezi kukuacha afanye anything because anasema, huyu nikimwacha hapa atafanya vitu zake. Huyu kinyozi mimi simtrust. Nitaka hapa nikute niko na line nyingine sijui inaenda wapi. Si ndio? So when people trust you, they give you opportunities. But it starts with first how you're projecting yourself. What kind of image are you giving out and what kind of image are you leaving them with? I want to give you some small tips and tricks ambazo zinaweza kukusaidia to build a good image. Sisi sote tumeketi hapa, all of us sitting here. All of us. Did we wake up in the same bed? Did we go to the same school? Were we born to the same family? Kila mtu hapa ni tofauti. All of us come from different backgrounds, different situations, and do we all look the same? Yeah? Wengine kama sisi vipara, wengine mashallah they still have it. Wengine ni maafro. Wengine wanakaa first body. Wengine ni wembamba. Okay? So all of us are different. The first thing that you have to do when you're thinking about your image is you need to accept who you are. You need to accept who you are. Kwa sababu, we didn't choose where we were born. We didn't choose how we were born. We didn't choose to where we were born. Si tumezaliwa hivyo, si ndio? So the first thing is to accept who we are. Okay? When you accept who you are, you become confident. Does someone know what confidence means? What is confidence? Umaisikia hiyo jina confidence? Yeah? Believing in yourself. Yeah, lazima ujiamini. Hakuna mtu mwingine kama wewe. There's no one like you in the whole world. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has created only you. You are the first and only version of yourself. Ebu clap for yourselves kwanza. Yeah, you're unique. You need to celebrate your uniqueness. Mi nikisimama hivi, mi najua hakuna mwenesi mwingine. There can be other people with my name, shauri yao. Lakini me who I am here, though I am the only one. Lakini si ati nitembee na kibri, nijionyeshe, oh, I'm now the only one, so who knows, who cares about me? What happens if I walk with pride, with arrogance? Saa unanijua, mi ni mwenesi mazee. Can you handle me? Do you feel me, man? What will happen if I behave like that? Will people trust me? Of course they won't. Sindio? So the second thing, as much as you believe in yourself, as much as you are confident, you also have to be humble. Sawa? You also have to, I know it sounds weird because one hand I'm saying we have to be confident, believe in ourselves, but the other hand ni kama tunapooza hiyo. It's like we're putting water on that fire. We have to be humble. We have to accept that as much as we are unique, we are the best. We have to also know that there are others who are better than us. And we should always be open to learning. Which means anytime we're in someone's space, we should allow that person aongee, ndio sisi tuongee. Because the normal thing is many of us, we want to talk. We want to be the ones. Unajua mimi jana, unajua nilikuwa hapa, nilifanya hivi, you know me, you know me, you know me. Sindio? But sometimes we have to allow other people to talk. The third thing you have to do is you need to pay attention to how you're projecting yourself. Sijui kama munaishi na watu, munaishi peke yenu? Kuna mtu hapa anaishi peke yake? Kuna mtu hapa anaishi peke yake? Is there someone here who lives by themselves? Yani, you don't live with anybody at all. Show of hands those who live by themselves. Sikila mtu akona mtu. There's someone who you live with, sindio? In the morning, when you leave the house, ama ukienda mashughuli zako, umewahi muuliza mtu, by the way nakaaje? Ama nyinyi hamufanyangi hivyo? Umewahi? How many have ever done that before? Ama you just look at, how many of you look at yourselves in the mirror? How many of you have mirrors? Tuanze hapo kwanza. Kioo. Mumewahi kujiangalia kwa kioo hivi, kioo ndio hii, wow, I look nice. Oh, mazee kuna kitu kwa macho. Munaamka tu, munaoga, munatoka tu hivyo. Did anybody look in the mirror today? Yeah. Okay, show of hands those who looked in the mirror today. Wengine walivaa tu wakasema, kaa mbaya. Why is it important to look in the mirror? Or to ask someone, if you don't have a mirror, to ask someone, by the way, how do I look? Why is that important?
I think because that's your self-image.
That's your self-image. But it's also the poster that you're giving to the world. Sindio? Watu wengine lazima waangalie hiyo kitu umepanga hapo. People have to look at you. Yeah? So if they look at you and na unakaa mtu hivi, what will happen? They will judge you. Sindio? So show of hands again. How many of us look in the mirror in the morning? And if you don't have a mirror, how many of us ask people how we look in the morning? It's very important that we do that, okay? Because kama hatujajipanga, tutapangwa. Kama hujajipanga, utapangwa. So it's very important that you look at yourself, you confirm that everything is okay, because when you go into the world, people will start deciding things about you. And what do you want them to decide about you? Now I want us to do a very interactive exercise. I want to go around and ask every single person what one thing that you want people to think when they look at you. Me, I want people to think I'm very intelligent. Okay? Nataka watu wakiniona waseme Mwenesi akona akili poa. Haya, let's start here. What do you want people to think about you? Ujui? Ama you don't care? One thing. Intelligent. Hiyo umeiba kwangu, sawa, ni sawa, Kind, Smart,